Welcome back this afternoon. I'm going to be working with Braden Giltine. We're going to try and give you the insight on the big heavy hitters shooting this afternoon in the Recurve Sunday afternoon individual and mixed teams. There should be some really good matchups from the U.S. versus Russia to Korea versus China. After this morning's huge upset, who knows what could go on. So it should be a fun afternoon, Braden.
That's right, Rio. Leading off, we have the mixed team competition for bronze medal between the USA and Russia.
And there's a lot of interesting changes this afternoon. The breeze seems to be picking up a little bit different. So we'll see if it affects the archers this afternoon. I mean, we really didn't have a lot of wind affecting, just a little bit this morning. Had some drama with some arrows out of the quiver during the team events. So it's been kind of an interesting morning with Korea getting upset. Who knows? I mean, we're still mind-blown this afternoon.
Right, I think we're going to see a little bit more dispersion between the arrows this afternoon as the wind picks up. Obviously, as you can see in the graphic here, we're looking at a strong right to left, but mostly it's in the archer's face. So we're probably going to see a lot of low arrows, a lot of poor arrow flight, I'm imagining. So groups are going to open up, scores are going to be a little bit wider, which should make for some more exciting matches where you never know what's going to happen.
Yep, and like I've always heard, the wind's the great equalizer. I mean, it takes a great archer and it can change everything in a heartbeat.
So we're excited for an afternoon of events, and we'll keep you updated and informed as it happens, and just excited to be here.
Yeah, hope you're all enjoying what's going on. We've had a good time, and it'll be fun this afternoon. As the coaches for the teams come out, it'll be, we got Coach Lee back there, and the crowd, it's getting really warm.
All right, so here we are with the mixed team competition. The way this works is after qualification, each country takes their top archer from each division, men and women, and they create teams and they compete. Each archer shooting 2 arrows per end, after 4 ends, a maximum score of 160. And after the cut to 16, we've had 4 matches, and we're here with the final 2 from each team going for the bronze medal match, USA versus Russia.
And it's cool because it's interesting in our sport, we can compete men and women together, and you know, not a lot of them can do that, and that's just a neat thing that we get to do.
For recurve archery, the international standard is 70 meters, shooting at a target of 122 centimeters. Both the same for men and women.
And these are both pretty good teams. I mean, world rank, you got the US is 8, Russia's 11. Qualified 5th and 7th, so I'd say they pretty much have been on par for each other this weekend.
Pretty equal this weekend. It's going to be an exciting match. We saw Mackenzie earlier in the team event, as well as Erdnieva. Earlier this morning, Russia got the best of USA, and we'll see if it gets reversed this afternoon or if Russia keeps rolling.
Yeah. And you should get to go first because they're the higher world ranked team.
Maybe in the middle, wind change.
And you hear Coach Lee in the back telling him that he sees a wind change.
So Zach's first arrow will be a learner arrow, aiming in the middle to see what happens. Dead center. Perfect shot.
Seems to be a good education right there.
Yep.
Strong finish. Strong finish. Good job.
Good shot from Mackenzie. USA has a 19 out of 20.
I don't know about for you. For me, the mixed team always seems to go by so fast.
Right, before you know it, it's over. So
yeah,
it's important to jump out to an early lead just like they have. Opening 7 for Russia.
And I think it's because the ends are only 4 arrows versus 6, but it really just seems to move by fast.
Number 5.
Yeah.
So the U.S. needs a total of 14 points in these next 2 arrows to take a 2-0 lead in the set.
Наташа выходит.
Strong shot by Zach.
There we go.
Perfect shot, 9.
Good job. Всё, давайте, забыли.
And this being Zach's first time out there, he's done really well to kind of start off with a 10 and a 9.
Good timing. То есть тогда техничный выстрел, чтобы мы могли ориентироваться по прицелу. There we go.
Another 9. USA takes the first set, 2-0.
And I think they've had a little bit of a wind change from a front to a little bit of a back to push them a little higher. Or they've got a little excited and pushed him out the top a little bit.
So Russia will be using these 2 arrows to just get dialed in to hopefully make the next set a little bit closer. There they go, they're in the 10 ring.
10 на 10, хорошо. Ты сейчас прижал?
Gets the U.S. out to a quick start. And like I said, it just, for some reason with me, this is always so fast with the 2 arrows or 4 arrows per end. It just, there's not a lot to make up.
No. We're already 25% through the match. So.
Yeah.
And maybe even faster with the set play.
Yep.
Сейчас мы будем начинать. Он сейчас скажет. Давайте, уверенная техничная работа.
It's really, the wind has been so changing. It's so weird to see flags go one way, a windsock go the other, and just like Coach Lee, it's changing. You need to aim in the middle. It's just a hard judge out there.
Right, that's where it separates the guys with experience from the guys who may just be shooters versus having a bit more knowledge of their arrow flight.
Наглый выстрел.
All right, got an 8 to
8 на
start.
4 на полпятого возле девятки. Видишь?
It's so hard to say. Like say with the weather, with the wind, can it be? That was a good shot. Is it? But they're gonna need to start getting more on the gold for the.
Right, I think we're gonna see as the afternoon wears on that this morning a 10 was a great shot.
Yep.
But this afternoon, with the added pressure and the worst weather conditions, a 9 is gonna be par.
Yep.
Good holding. Nice.
Great shot for Zach.
Take it easy. Good holding. Good timing. You know how to expand. Push. Hold up. There we go. Nice.
Great shot from McKenzie. And you can hear Coach Lee in the background talking the archer through the shot to help him stay more relaxed. It's something that they do in practice and in training so that the archer can hear his voice and maintain that just positive thought and positive focus on succeeding and shooting a good arrow.
That was a quick one.
Right, went off a little bit before she was expecting.
Семерка далеко слева.
But they need to start putting some more in the middle because it's definitely starting to get away from them a little bit.
Right, barring a disaster, USA should be up 4-0.
Yep. And there's one in the middle.
Right.
10 центровой.
Okay, you see the USA had an arrow fumble, but they learned from the earlier mistake where they left the arrow in the box. Now it's back in the coach's hand and out of play.
Yeah.
Good expanding.
Which experience is huge out there. I mean,
Свободно стреляйте.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how much that was a little bit of rattle or, you know.
Sure. The USA needs a 7 or better to win the set.
Good eye focus.
Looks like the wind's really picking up.
Yeah.
Strong shot. 8.
There we go.
That'll get the job done. And USA's up 4-0. So in the 2 remaining sets, USA can clinch a win with either a tie or an outright win.
Yeah.
Давайте, свобода на район. Работаем. You did that. Seconds.
The focus is pretty interesting. I'm watching on people's eyes when they shoot, how straight to the target they are on the whole time. It's just, like I said earlier, the slow motion is really cool to see, and I think that's an interesting one, is how much focus people keep on the target.
Right, you can really see the intensity as the shot fires.
Есть шанс, нормально. Давайте.
Well, Russia now has the work cut out for them to be down. They're going to have to put a lot in the middle.
Right. 36 or 37 won't cut it. They're going to need to go for the 40.
Не торопись, смотри время, Саша.
I think you get away with a 40 or a 39, but I think it's going to have to be on that high end to get.
Definitely. All right. Coming into anchor. Strong shot. 9.
9 на 9 рядышком. Давай, Наташа, уверенный выстрел нужен.
And just like Coach Lee there, Coach is trying to give him, you know, confidence builders, kind of something to relax him.
Another strong shot.
There's a 10.
That's exactly what they needed to do to start the match.
At least puts a little pressure on him. I mean, it gives him a chance. You have to win these sets to be there, and so you've got to.
It's do or die.
Yep.
Nice.
Great shot for Zach.
Zach has shot really good. I mean, he's only got 1 out of the 10 rings, so.
Hold up the week. Keep going. Keep going.
You hear it starting to move and see it move her bow around a little bit, which is really tough.
Keep going.
Good shot.
A
Nice.
strong
There we
shot
go.
for a 10. A 40 might not be enough at this pace.
Right, they may need to try to find the bonus rings. Okay, another 9.
9 на 3. Давай, Саша,
For Russia to have a
свободно,
chance, they
чётко.
really need a 10 here.
Yep. It's
And he got it.
there it is.
Хорошо, молодец.
So the pressure lays on U.S. Can they continue the roll of 10s or?
Gold is good, just 2
Yep.
9s for victory.
Yep.
Good eye focus.
Zach can all but clinch it here with a 10.
Хорошо, раз мы пострелялись, по идее, должны еще пострелять.
Something was a little off in his setup. Maybe his grip was let down. Back again.
Reset his clicker.
Всё.
Oh, 7.
Oh, not a good arrow.
Okay, so Russia will take the set.
Set.
Сказал, еще постреляй.
Bring it 4 to 2.
Настраивай после лейбельном.
I'm not sure what was wrong there.
Something just felt a little off
Yeah.
from the set. Okay, and
I think a 10. I think it kicked over and in. But it's not, I mean, it's the 7 got him. I mean, the 38 was enough, and it was a good score. So they're going to need to continue to repeat that or hope for more help from the U.S. team.
right, I was kind of surprised to see that 7 there from Zach.
Yes.
He looked a little uncomfortable up there from the get, and
And as good as
hopefully
he'd been
it's not
shooting.
a sign of more to come.
Yeah.
But we saw earlier in the Korea-Kazakhstan match that 10s aren't a given.
No.
Neither are 9s, especially at this level of competition. The pressure is high. The stakes are huge for these guys, and it's really difficult to shoot that 9 or 10, especially when you need it to clinch a match.
Yeah, there is nothing given in any sport.
No.
And like I said, having learned this morning, woof.
Anything can happen.
Yep. And the 10 that could have won that set for him, because I think the pressure put on definitely put more pressure on Zach and them to put him in the middle. And
Right.
but you can see from his look on his face, he wasn't happy with that arrow from the second it left.
No, he knew.
Смотри, время, Саша, не торопись. Поехали.
Okay. Let's see if the momentum switch is enough for Russia to bring it to even.
Чёткий выстрел.
And they'll lead
Probably
off
lead
again.
Свободно.
Settled into anchor. Expanding through the shot. Strong. Another 10 there.
They're just starting to get on a roll. It's kind of one of the things you get out there and get comfortable. And
Right. That's the thing about set play. If it was an all-score match, we'd probably be close to over.
yeah.
But with a set play, anything can happen. It stays a lot tighter in competition. Another 10.
Oh.
Russia's dialed in now.
Yep, they got a little confidence, a little rolling.
Еще работаем.
Let's see how Zach comes back from his last arrow.
That was better.
Nice.
Yep.
Right back in the 10 ring.
Mackenzie.
Now, US can steal back the momentum here with another 10.
Нагло, смело, уверенно. Мы сильнее, мы победим.
Nice.
And there it is.
Matching 10s. After talking about they may not be so easy this afternoon, they both have thrown down two 10s.
Right.
Четкий, уверенный выстрел.
We may be in store for some high-level shooting this afternoon.
That was a quick one.
Okay. A little wide in the 9, but still a good shot.
9 на 3.
I think with the 10, they have a chance to get the set here.
Absolutely.
Четкий выстрел.
A 10 will get the job done. Looks like there's a fair amount of wind on the Archer.
Took him a little bit to get it going.
But he still
puts
got
it
a
in.
10.
Yep. 39. Put
Okay.
some pressure on the U.S.
All right, this is where Zach had the falter last end. See if he can overcome it and make a strong shot.
Keep going.
Settled in. Seems to be a lot more smooth since. A lot smoother. Okay, a 9. So that puts it on Mackenzie here. 10 to win.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'll be going to a shoot-off.
Hey, Mackenzie.
And it's an 8.
Oh.
So we're going to
Shoot-off.
another shoot-off.
Yep. Back-to-back team shoot-offs we've had now.
Right, so like earlier, each archer will shoot 1 arrow for the shoot-off. The first tiebreaker is score, and if both teams find themselves tied, we go to closest center, the closest arrow for each
This
team.
is good. Make the whole people excited.
So it all matters.
Слышал, там зенит наконечник, слышали? Да?
You guys looking good. You guys looking good.
And it'll be interesting where Russia's got the momentum kind of, what's going to happen and how it's going to shake out.
Right, they came out a little rattled to start, but they found their groove, and they really took advantage of a few missteps by the U.S. team, and here we are, 4-4. So Zach Garrett will lead off for the USA with the first arrow.
Ребята.
If he can put one in the 10 ring to lead off, it'll be one giant step towards the bronze medal.
I agree. I think that it's all going to lie on how that if he can put an arrow close to center, or even Mackenzie, you know, I mean, it's going to be
Саня,
put the pressure on the Russian team.
четкий.
But I think where Zach starting off has the ultimate chance to kind of put the old nail in it.
Absolutely. Moments away. They're recalibrating the system.
Что-то предложил Наташа тоже вытереться. У меня есть салфеточка одноразовая, если что. Так, они начинают, Саша.
And it's this part is always fun. The nerves waiting to get everything done and get started because as an archer, you're just ready to shoot.
Right. It's a little frustrating. You just want to get it done with. The heartbeat soundtrack doesn't help at all.
No, adds a little extra excitement. And
Okay. Got a little wind at the targets. Strong shot should do the trick.
looks good.
Good shot.
Nice.
Yep. Puts a lot of
That-
pressure on
You
him.
can't ask for more.
Yeah.
Beautiful start for Zach.
And it's exactly what we talked about, putting one in the close to the middle and a 10 definitely puts a lot of pressure on the Russian team.
Wow.
I'd say they're pretty close.
Really close. It's going to come down to the remaining arrows.
Yeah.
Ты умеешь уверенно работать.
Okay.
I think Zach's is a little closer, but
Zach's arrow looks inside the Russian arrow. So what it comes down to is whether or not the Russian shooter can find the goals. A 9 or 10 will win the match. An 8, and we're going to be left to a measurement. It's a 7. USA wins.
USA wins. And they're not happy. Think about all the times you could have got one back. And the U.S. closes it out.
Coach, sorry. That was very close. That was good match. Good job. Good job. Good
As you
shot.
saw, it looks like Zach's arrow was just inside.
Yeah.
Hey!
So the U.S. walks away the first medal of the afternoon and got a lot more in store with the #1 and #2 ranked teams in the world of the mixed team. You've got Korea versus Chinese Taipei, which should be an awesome matchup. But this was a great match. We got to a shoot-off.
Right, you can't ask for anything more
Nope.
from the athletes.
They want to lift their hand. Come on. Yeah.
And he shot really strong the second half. He's kind of the reason they were even in the shoot-off. It's
Yeah, Kozin kept the team right where they needed to be. He was matching Zach arrow for arrow.
Yep.
I'm really interested to see how Korea comes back from that early collapse that we had this morning.
Yeah. I think with the woman part of it, it could be a little different. I don't know who they've got shooting the mixed team with them. I haven't really noticed that yet. But one of the rules is who you start with is who you finish with. So
Right.
if they felt like somebody this morning wasn't doing the job, they can't really swap that person out. So
Right, so whoever shoots the highest qualification or whoever your team has designated before you begin is your mixed team for the remainder of the competition. We've got Kim Woo-jin for the male and Chang,
you're Olympic gold medalist.
Olympic gold medalist. That's incredible. 92% match win average. That's
Wow.
insane.
Again, they're the giant.
They are. They're the ones that everyone's gunning for.
I mean, even the #2 team is a 68.2 match win. It's not even in the same.
It's not. They're no slouches, but the 90% win rate is
Astronomical.
it's insane. Okay, so Korea will be leading off. Chinese Taipei shooting second.
The difference between the team and the individual is the team has to wait till the clock starts to go to the line, and an individual you get to go to the line
Right.
as soon as the time starts. So it's kind of tough when sometimes in the morning you've been doing the team stuff and then you go in the afternoon, you're like, oh, hey, I can walk to the line. So
That was a really quick shot. I'm not sure she had settled in.
여유게.
but an 8 to start is definitely making sure there's an opening there.
have to tighten up if they want to take the set.
10.
And a 10
Continues
from
where he
Wujin.
was. I mean, he shot really good this morning.
Yes, I think he only had 2 arrows out of the goal, out of the 10 ring.
Yep. So let's see how Chinese Taipei starts it off. And a 9.
Okay, a 9.
799 798走下一点
With 10 here, they can take advantage of the early falter by Korea. Good shot. 9 just left.
993
So tied.
But that's the advantage that Korea has. They know that there's that left arrow to start off when you go from the practice field to the competition
Yep.
field, and Chinese Taipei hasn't had the chance to shoot an arrow out there yet. So a little bit of an advantage for Korea for having their men's team and their women's team shooting earlier in the day.
Agreed. But maybe she overcompensated a little bit from that high arrow to shoot a little low, and that's always a frustrating one when you got one go out one side. Oh, make sure I don't do it again, and you proceed to do it just the opposite.
Strong shot from Wujin. Another 10.
Again. Yeah.
2 10s will win the set for Chinese Taipei, while anything else will either be a tie or a loss. Back into anchor, settling in. 7.
7. So Korea will take the first set. This arrow is now
Meaningless.
Yep. And the buzzing you're hearing around is a drone. It's not a bunch of bugs, a bunch of whatever. So if that's what you're hearing, you're wondering what it is, it's a drone that's taking some cool footage that they've showed the last
I
couple
think
days.
Chinese Taipei may have overcompensated for those left arrows. Not sure if they moved the sight or using some other method to move the arrow that way.
Yeah, it's
Definitely overcompensated.
Well, and you get out there and you want to get it done quickly, so sometimes you do. You kind of make the big change in a hurry to try and catch up quickly. Amazing how them bows hold together. And like I say, it's just so quick. Like the U.S. match, even at all that, it just seems like it flew by.
Right, and it went the distance. It
Yeah.
was a full match plus
Yep.
shoot-off. So this will be our last team competition for the day, and after this we will go to the individual medalists.
这边风比较小了哈，安定是。
Chinese Taipei will be shooting first.
可以啊，干脆，来，加！
I think they need a good start to kind of put the pressure on them.
Absolutely.
这样。
There it is. They needed that 10.
40啊，接近他。
And another.
Yep. There's the start you needed. Now it's the ball's in Korea's court, and let's see if they can step it up and come through with it, which they have the talent, they have the ability.
That's one way to answer.
Yep. And if he continues his great shooting like he has all morning,
We could be looking at a 40-40 draw.
yeah. Ah,
Really close, but
they've called it
they
in.
call it a 10, but it's going to come down to a judge's call.
Yep, I agree. I think it's just right on that edge.
Another 10.
You might be right on the 40-40 tie.
From 10. Now wait. If he can match that, we'll put huge pressure on the Koreans. Well, a 9. That's actually opened the door.
Odd to think that 1-9 has just opened the door, but
Well,
that's where we're in.
that's high standards, though. 5 consecutive 10s. Oh, my goodness me.
Wow.
Well, it's another turn-up. A rueful smile from Chang. This set's gone. Kim can't rescue this. We are talking about the finest of margins here that's going to determine this gold.
But again, we're seeing something that is uncharacteristic for Korea. We see many teams slip up and have wide shots and drop in the odd red, but that's not normally what we'd sit here talking about Korea doing. They're going to have a bit of a long, hard look in the mirror on the way home, because if they lose this, that really would probably be their their worst World Cup ever, I would think.
You would know better than me, as we get confirmation that it's 2-all at the end of 2 sets. You would know better than me that whatever happens from here, Korea may well win the gold here. They are going to win the gold in the individual women because it's an all-Korea final. They may well win the men's individual gold as well, but even if they get 3 golds, it's going to feel like a little bit disappointing, their performance here.
Yeah, they got high standards. They come.
They want 6 golds.
They want the lot, yes, frankly. Good shot there from Tan.
Well, this is the crucial set, you would think.
I think she's just clipped it.
Has she just got enough there?
Because an 8 would really be a setback.
I think you're right. I think she just nibbled a little bit of the line, and there's confirmation.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, just touch it.
Well, that is a couple of millimeters away from the perfect shot. That's a strong 9.
It is. But she could have done with a few extra millimeters. Again, not a disaster, but not really what they wanted.
Now, is that going to get the 10?
I think that's out.
Just missed, didn't it? Yeah, another little rueful smile. That wasn't far away.
Would send a strong message.
And there is the message sent. Well, there's still a chance for a share here.
Take some good shooting to get that.
Yeah, it's not difficult to do the mathematics to know what they need. And that's the end of that. I think Wei's body language said it all. Oh dear. For the second time in 3 sets. I've got nothing to work with. Right, I might as well send a 10 in there just to let us know we're still fighting, we're defiant, this is not over. What it does mean, though, is Chinese Taipei have to win this 4th set coming up, or this match will be over. Just a share will do it for Korea. Are we going to go to a shootout, or are the Koreans going to say no? We've had enough of this. Enough disappointment. I don't know what's the bigger shock there, though. You would know. The women's team completely disappearing off the radar, stunned out of nowhere. Not even a bronze medal match.
Yep.
Or the men losing to the Kazakhstanis in a shootout.
It's the women, because we've had Olympic Games where individually Korea have got gold, silver and bronze. They're that dominating. I can't remember a World Cup where the Korean ladies have competed and not been on the top of the podium, let alone the podium. So that's the biggest upset.
Well, Tan Yating. That's a terrific start in a set they have to win. Now, 3 more of those, and that smile will get even wider. Wei's got plenty of time to play with, and yeah, in a high standard gold medal match.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
But they need to win this. They need to win this set, and I'm not sure they're going to get away with it with 9s.
We're not after good, we were after gold medal.
Well, well, well. She's been up and down, Chang. Yeah. She's got coming up an individual final against her compatriot Kibo Ray.
It's not going to boost her confidence.
No, exactly.
Well, you say 10 there very confidently, but was it?
Oh, I think they've scored that a 9. And I didn't think it got any of the line either. Nor did the scorers. So Chinese Taipei in great shape here. Oh, and just as you say that, Tan's let another loose one go. That is disappointing.
She's still smiling and looking more relaxed than her Korean counterpart.
Well, if Wei can put a 10 in, he's going to force the Koreans to shoot perfect, and he's done that. He's done his job. But if Korea go back-to-back 10s, the gold medal is theirs. If they don't, get a coin out and flip it, because we will go to a shoot-off. Well, Chang has done her job. If Kim Woo Jin can match that, they can celebrate. Oh, and it's only just got a 9.
Too much to ask.
Well, even if they do end up winning the gold here, the Koreans, they've had to fight tooth and nail for it.
Yeah, it's not the way they're used to winning. They're used to walking out, dominating. This is scrappy. And it still might not actually go their way.
And they've been in front twice, winning the first set, winning the third set. They've had 2 opportunities just to close the door on Chinese Taipei and say, no, this is our gold medal. They've let them hang around, and they've let them into a shootout. And as we've seen with Kazakhstan, anything can happen in a shootout. Absolutely no margin for error. Cool nerves. Focus, intensity, concentration, and you hope that when you do shoot your arrow, you don't get some sudden little gust of wind blow up and divert a 10 to a 9.
Quite.
It can be as simple as that.
New faces for a shoot-off, just in case you have to measure to the dead center. They want it to be absolutely pristine. And then they'll re-center the Falcon Eye scoring device.
This is another one. This is almost a lottery. I was going to say, who would you back in this situation? In the previous one that we saw earlier today, you would have backed Korea with their vast depth of experience.
60 World Cup medals, I think it was, yes.
Yeah, and all those Olympic gold medals. But it was the unheralded Kazakhstanis that held their nerve and came through.
The Chinese Taipei have upped their game, and Korea have dropped their game, but they're both sort of in the same place. So I guess I'm sure Korea will come through, but
you were sure in the shootout in the team event.
But I'm sure the crowd would like to see the underdogs come through.
Which way is it going to go?
And from a media point of view, it'll be a clear message if they lose this one as well. There'll be no doubt what the stories will be about. Korea's challenging start to the season.
Well, as you say, it is the start of the season as well. There's a few more stops yet along the way. It's going to be a very busy few months in this World Cup. Here we are, stage 1. It's certainly been entertaining. It has not been dull. Whilst you always like to see the cream rise to the top, it is nice to have a shock and an upset along the way every so often as well. What storylines these last few days have brought us already. Are we going to have another storyline here? The Korean mixed team going to be denied gold in a shoot-off, or will they assert their authority? What's Chang going to give us? My goodness me.
You can hear from the crowd.
You see it and you can't believe it. And that smile is the smile of someone who's just saying, I'm sorry, but Tan Ya-Ting has had a couple of problems.
It's 1 point up. It's not the best display, but it's a point up.
She'll be really disappointed with that, though, because that could have been a gold medal shot right there. If she'd got a 9, you would think this one's done and dusted. Wu's got to have a 10 and then just hope for the best. Well, 9.
9 to win.
9 to win.
Achievable task.
And whilst Wei has not been spectacular, he's been very solid. You would think this man is a banker going for gold. Needs 9. And delivers. Just like that. It's another shock. Chinese Taipei, who were chasing this one right from the start, stuck around, held their nerve. Korea did not put their foot down. They had their opportunities, the Koreans. They let Chinese Taipei back into it, and they paid for it. They will have to settle for silver as this week of shocks for Korean archery goes on. It's Chinese Taipei in the shape of Tan Ya-Ting and Wei Chun-Heng who take gold in the mixed team event. They will be delighted. Arms raised in triumph. Their teammates thrilled after what's been a relatively disappointing few days for them. But what about this Korean story? It goes on, and the story is not a good one. Just look at those faces.
It's just been scrappy. This is not like they just lost an absolute world-class match. That was a bit messy, too many reds. This is not what we've come to expect from Korea.
And Chang needs to pick herself up because we go on to the individual women's competition next. But before we do that, confirmation of how the mixed team gold medal has been decided. Chinese Taipei came from 2-0 down and 4-2 down to win a shoot-off by a single point. And that 9 from Wei Chun-Heng is the shot that has secured gold for Chinese Taipei.
Just to be clear, is Chang up now?
There's the bronze medal match, and then they go to the gold medal match.
So she's got like 15 minutes.
15 minutes to clear her head.
I was thinking if she's straight up now, that would have been so difficult. That 15 minutes is key. I'm sure they'll have the coach, psychologist in there, talk it through, decide what the plan is. If you were going to have to leave that match and go straight into another, that would be very difficult.
And by the way, Kim's got about an hour before his men's gold medal match against
that's
Steve Weiler.
That's reasonable time. Have a bit of a break, go for a walk, maybe around the nice park, and then focus down.
Well, the storylines just continue to get written and rewritten in Shanghai. Korean dominance, not here, not this week. Well, we now move on to the bronze medal match in the women's individual, and here's two competitors we weren't expecting to see. Here's Japan's number 13 seed, Ren Hayakama, who's a very high-level operator at her best. A bronze medal at the London Olympics in the team competition, the 29-year-old. She pulled off a bit of a shock, beating the Indian number 5, Deepika Kumari, to book her place in this bronze medal match. But who saw her opponent, Ksenia Perova, the number 22 seed from Russia, who has managed to work her way through, making the most of her opportunities. She had to beat opponents ranked 19 and 27 before losing to Ki Bo Bei in the semi-final. She wasn't expected to be shooting for a bronze medal, the Russian, but here she is, and we've already seen her shooting for gold successfully in the Russian women's team competition as well. So she knows what the conditions are like here, and she knows how to succeed here.
She does. That was a few hours ago. I don't mean to put a dampener on it, but she didn't shoot her best at all. She still seemed a bit off the mark. So whether she's had time to go away, clear her head, work it all out in the practice field and come back, or whether she's still just carrying that slight lack of form.
Well, we'll find out pretty quickly, won't we?
Okay.
It's a little bit off to the right.
We'll call it a fair
9.
start.
It's a 9 for the 28-year-old Russian. In contrast, Ren Hayakawa.
Just to remind people on this individual match, it's the first to 6 points. 5 for the team round, individual first to 6.
Perova didn't need an 8 there.
No.
And Hayakawa has just thrown the gauntlet down here. Now, she is on course for what would be her 3rd career World Cup bronze. She picked up a couple in 2014. It might be a little bit late in the day.
I'm glad she was checking things on her bow, because it just sounded a bit rattly on the last shot. Just sounded like something was loose. Nope, she found it. Even though maybe she should have left it being loose.
Well. You just can't confidently predict anything, can you, in this finals day? There are all sorts of things happening. She had the first 2 points of this match in her pocket.
She did.
And then suddenly Perova pops up with a 10. And she just fires a 7 out there. So they share it. I mean, that is a huge bonus for Senya Perova.
Perova wouldn't have seen any points coming from that.
No.
When she stepped off the line, she thought, oh well, at least I can try again.
Well, we may be in for a long, drawn-out battle here then between these two, because as you say, Mike, this is a race to 6, and they've shared the first set. That's another stunning surprise. I was all ready to give Hayakawa her 3rd World Cup bronze, but too soon. So Perova comes in with a 9. Now she lost to Kibo Bay in the semi-final, 7-3 though. So she was busy. She was being a nuisance. She did not leave.
Affair,
yeah, exactly. So if it gets scrappy and a bit of a fight, you'd fancy her chances. She certainly seems to have settled down now.
She's shown she can do it.
Hayakawa drifts rather badly away. North and west into the 8. And that is good enough. Well, after 2 arrows, when Ren Hayakawa had hit back-to-back 10s, you thought, well, it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go. And then if you've just blinked, if you've just walked out, pour yourself a drink and you've come back in and you've looked at that scoreboard and said 3-1.
How did that
happen? I'm not sure she knows how it happened. But like you say, when they won their gold medal match against the Russians, the Americans in a match that didn't catch fire, they just stuck around and were just that little bit better.
Sometimes you get medals for being persistent. She doesn't look stressed though, does she?
No.
You know, she doesn't look like she's racked with worry.
Well, again, it's the short memory syndrome. That last set was not good. Forget about it.
Smile and get on with it.
She trails 3-1, Ren Hayakawa, the 2-time bronze medalist in 2014. One of those medals here, the other one in Antalya. She'll be looking to get back into the 10s, but just getting back into the gold right now. is what she will settle for. And meanwhile, Perova drifts out of the gold
8/7 в габарите.
and into the red.
Далекая. Ничего, настраивайся.
Now that's a lot more like it.
That is.
Четкий выстрел.
So's that.
Not giving up.
Пару щелчков вниз.
Well, anything less than 10
Ниже пошло.
gives Perova a chance to nick something out of this set. But there's no chance now. Yeah, yeah, it's that simple.
She's quite expressive.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Perova gives nothing away. She hits a good 10, no reaction. She'll hit a 6 or a 7, no reaction.
Понаглее так, так.
No highs and lows with Perova. But Hayakawa delighted to be back in this one. That was a high-pressure set for her. But she steadied the ship.
Дело там не всегда что-то получается, это ерунда. Опыт.
So nothing doing in that third set for the Russian.
Давай.
Both points claimed by the 29-year-old Japanese athlete. So now it's a 3-point sprint. You know, the way this match is going, I wouldn't be surprised if they share the points in this set.
Четкий выстрел.
Let's see.
Some serious wind out there.
Well, yeah, right on cue. Maybe that's what caused that 7.
На 7 часов туда.
See that willow tree really going for it. So that is going to, it absolutely has an effect. Absolutely.
Well, it's a good start
Четкий выстрел.
for Hayakawa. Oh dear. And that was way off to the left as well.
7 на 9 там. Ровно на 9.
I think this set slipped away already. She's drifted off to the left as well, but just stayed the right side of the line for a 9.
She wasn't happy when she released that. You can see where she pushed her arm across. She was trying to steer it in, but you can see they're getting really buffeted by the wind.
Yeah, that has really picked up. And where on earth has that gone?
I think with the tall buildings, it can be keep the wind at bay, and then sometimes it just breaks through and really blows through the arena, and that's the result of it.
Yeah, a 26 is good enough to put the Japanese shooter on the brink. But yeah, the wind certainly did her no favours.
No, you can see that on her face.
I mean, look at that 5. I mean, and that is an overcompensation for the first 2 that went so badly left.
Yep. Or sometimes if you just get hit as you're releasing, it can just push your arm over and send it twice as far as you intended.
Well, a strong comeback this from Hayakawa. All she needs is a share of the next set, and she can leave Shanghai with a World Cup medal around her neck.
Четкий, техничный.
Perova will at least have the benefit of shooting first here. Give Hayakawa something to follow. Oh dear,
Another
oh
one.
dear. Well, whatever's gone wrong has not been fixed.
But again, you can see the wind blowing her hair. I don't know whether it's hitting one side of the stage more than the other. I wouldn't have thought so.
Well,
But I'm willing to consider it.
it's extraordinary, isn't it? How Perova's game has just fallen apart.
На 12 часов рядышком.
Oh, she knows this is gone.
Some bouncing there. Didn't matter though.
Well, there's no question that Hayakawa is handling the conditions better.
It's fascinating facial expressions.
Well, she needs Hayakawa just to have one complete flame out to have any chance here. Perova And Hayakawa seems to be in the groove at the moment. That's a strong 9. That's a smile that says, I think I've got myself a medal. Thank you very much.
7-3.
Yeah. Well, a disappointing finish there for Ksenia Perova. And whether it was the wind, whether it was just the exertions of a long week mentally and physically, and it has, don't forget, been a gold medal winning week for Ksenia Perova, but it just seemed to be one set too far for her, didn't it? And in the end, it was an easy come from behind victory for Ren Hayakawa. Good enough to secure a 3rd career World Cup bronze medal.
Got to pose for the photos.
Absolutely right. Those memories last a lifetime. 7-3, confirmation of the final score there, and just look at that strong finish. As for Ksenia Perova, yeah, you just wonder if there's a little bit of mental fatigue just crept in there just when she didn't need it, because she certainly didn't show the consistency that we saw in the team event earlier in the day, and she shot well throughout the competition.
Yes, to get to this stage, she would have had to perform better than that. But there we go. You can't do it every day, sometimes.
Well, if it was Russia versus Japan in the bronze medal match, guess who's going to be fighting it out for gold and silver? It's Korea, the number 1 seed, Chang Hae-jin, against the number 2 seed, Ki Bo-bae. What do they have in common? A lot of gold medals. Olympic gold medals as well. And amazing to think that the world number 1 right now, Choi Min-sun, their teammate, is not in this final. And a chance
She'll
for...
be spectating on the side.
I'm sure. Watching out what her closest rivals are up to. And Chang is currently world number 3, Ki currently world number 2. But the mathematicians would have to confirm this, but there's a chance that if Chang wins this, there is a possibility that she would vault over her teammate and be world number 2. It's a very keenly awaited gold medal match, this one. Well, you talked about the need just to settle down and purge the memories of that mixed team disappointment when just a few moments ago she and her partner Kim Woo-jin lost a gold medal match to Chinese Taipei. She's got to forget all about that. Chang Hae-jin, who hasn't won a World Cup stage event since Antalya 2014. It's long overdue.
That is, that's a surprise. I'd love to know what she's done for the last 15 minutes, whether she's shot on the range or whether she's just gathered her thoughts together.
And here is the very popular and hugely talented Ki Bo-bae. Bronze medalist in Rio, double gold in London. Now, she came into this one saying she wasn't in particularly good form. She wasn't particularly fit as well, and fitness is a big part of archery. There's not everybody can just go and pick one of these things up and shoot it accurately. But Ki, who said her form's not great, her fitness isn't great, still shot well in her semi-final to beat Ksenia Perova. Well, we know it's a career gold and silver, but which one of these outstanding competitors is going to be walking away with the gold medal? Ki Bo-bae firing first, and that's just nuzzling the 10.
Yeah, she's got that.
These two met in Shanghai back in 2012. I'm sure you remember, Mike. Ki won on a shoot-off in a quarter-final. That must have been a high standard that year.
I would fancy Ki Bo-bae this year. I think she's got the upper hand, especially after watching that mixed team performance. But I'm sure it's going to be close.
Well, Chang, if she can nail a 10 here, will make it neck and neck at this point. Not quite. So if Ki Bo-Bei can hit a 10, that's a shutout in this first set. Well, instead of shutting her opponent out, she's just opened the door wide open and said, come on in. Take the first set.
But she couldn't.
Yeah, what an extraordinary first set that was. Yeah. Both of them will actually feel very disappointed.
Yeah, they're both going to be feeling it right. I don't know where I am. I haven't found my form. I haven't sent it in. Even points, but no one's exactly feeling like they've got this match under control.
Oh, amazing. Both of them just getting 27s, Chang the more consistent. But they share the spoils from the first set. This is a nervy final. Ki Bo-Bei. Well, gets a 9. But at least it's erased the memory of that 8. That potentially could have cost her that first set. And they're step for step.
Mid-9s.
Taking her time here. Look, the shot clock down to 5. She didn't have to rush it, but she certainly took her time, and it's an almost identical shot. So just again, drifted slightly to the left. Now, who's going to find the first 10 of this set? Well, it's not there.
Wow.
Goodness me, that was barely a 7.
It's extremely wide. Can Ki capitalise?
Of course she
Yes.
can. Of course she can.
And they might all be to the left, but that is a beautiful group for 70 metres.
Now she needs something special here just to finish off. Well, just happy to be back in the gold there, I think. She certainly needed to just get that 7 out of her system. She's not having a good afternoon, is she?
Not at all.
You wonder if there is a holdover from that mixed match.
It's definitely going to be baggage there. It just depends whether she's got the skills to go away and in 10, 15 minutes erase it all, which is hard because you're trapped on a finals field. You're surrounded by the public who want to see you and autograph you, so you can't just go for a wander down the street. Sometimes some people like to go and shoot it out, go on the practice bus and just try and shoot as many arrows as you can, or get some quiet time. I'm not sure it's been fully effective, whatever her plan was.
Well, there is a very strong chance that Shanghai Jin may well leave Shanghai without a gold medal. And those odds are increasing all the time. She's all over the place. Oh, this is a collapse. This is meltdown stuff. Ki's just got to stay focused. And, well, that's interesting, isn't it? I mean, that could have been a real kick in the teeth there for Chang if she'd hit a 9 or even a 10. She's got herself a chance of getting back into this one. Needs a bit of help from Ki after that dreadful 6. Sometimes when an opponent is struggling, it creeps into your game as well.
It can definitely be contagious. Listen, movement there. I was just about to say that doesn't look steady at all, and now she's going to run out of time.
Oh, my goodness me.
I've never seen.
That's unbelievable. That's absolutely shocking.
Schoolgirl error.
And Chang punishes it with her first 10 of this gold medal match.
Who would have thought that she could start a set with a 6 and that Ki Bo-Bei wouldn't win the set?
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, we talked about it. I think you used the word contagious. Chang was struggling, and somehow that permeated through to Kibo Bay. It was just fell apart in that middle arrow of the three there. Just gifted the set to Chang. This is gold by attrition, isn't it? Who can commit the least errors?
If there's a tornado going through, if it's really windy, this would all make perfect sense, but it's not that bad. You know, there's a little bit of turbulence, but not anything significant. And you could just see she'd just taken too long, and then she's like, no, I can't shoot it. But if you come down and you've got 4 seconds on the clock, there's not a lot you can do, especially when you then drop your arrow.
Right, let's see these two hit some heights. Thank you.
That's more like it.
That's what we need to see. Chang looking to match that and doing exactly that. Now, this is more like it. It's almost as if both of them have just said enough with this.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Enough with sixes and dropped arrows. We're two of the top 3 in the world. We're better than this. Time to show it. This is more like it. A good, solid, strong 9 from Kibo Bay. Let's see if Chang can just replicate her first arrow. Well, it's not the best 9, but it's still a 9. What target does Kibo Bay set her opponent? Match that is the target.
That's a return to form.
All Chang can do is get a share of this one, but to do it, she needs 10, and she gets a weak 9. So Kibo Bay, as you say, Mike, with a strong return to form, puts herself on the edge. Just one shared set. Next time up, the gold medal will be hers. And wasn't that good to see from both of them? No dramas, no crises, just good, solid shooting.
What a fascinating match, though. I wonder if this... I don't know, it just seems like... I want to say, has the Korean team had some unfortunate news, or has something distracted them? Is there something going on in the camp? Are they not well? Or because they're not performing to the standard which has let them dominate international target archery for the last 20 years. Fascinating.
Is there an element of early season blues? But surely that would affect everybody equally.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we're seeing a bit of everything now from Chang. We do not need to see 8s if she wants to make a fight of this, especially as Kibo Bay finally seems to have got her game sorted out. Just a share of the spoils here for Ki will assure her of gold, and Chang with an 8 to start may have let this one slip away already, and I tell you, this is an hour of her life she won't be pressing replay on very often. This is not going to make the highlight reel of her career.
For sure.
Silver in the mixed team against Chinese Taipei when they just blew it. There's no other way to look at it. And she's just not hit consistently the high notes here, Chang. She knows it. She will just put that bow down and just say, you know what? Not my day, not my afternoon. 6 will do it. Who needs a 6 when you can nail a 10? I tell you what, that was 5 out of 6 to finish there for Kibo Bay. All 10s. That's what she's capable of, and that is what has produced gold for her. Good competition between the two of them. Good friends, teammates as well. Chang accepted that this wasn't the day that she was going to be number 1, second best, and accepted it. And Ki managed to shrug off that missed shot after all that, and that shows her mental toughness. A lot of athletes would have fallen apart after that. What did she respond with? 10s right down the line.
Absolutely. If you look at her score sheet, the first half and the second half, night and day. It is, like you said, I've had enough of this. Let's get on with some proper shooting. And she went back to her world-dominating standard. Excellent shooting.
Well, it wasn't dull, was it? Far from it. The individual women's competition has now concluded. Gold and silver for Korea. Kibo Bae, the current world number 2, will stay there. Chang Haijin settling for silver, and the bronze going to the consistent Japanese shooter, the number 13 seed here as well. And so what an achievement that was for her, Ren Hayakama, picking up the bronze. So that's the ladies done for Shanghai. It just leaves the men's individual, and we have Dutch interest in both the bronze medal match and the gold medal match. More of that
Lots
to come.
more to say about that.
Yes. There is a Dutch man in the gold medal match that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, would have expected to be shooting for a medal, never mind a gold. What a story that is going to be, which we will tell soon. But first, we've got the bronze medal match to come. And the way things have been going here in Shanghai today on finals day, nothing is predictable, nothing is certain. We've already seen a gold medal for Kazakhstan. We've seen very, very, by their high standards, poor shooting from the Koreans. Who knows what we've got left to come. We've got the Netherlands against Korea in both the bronze medal match and the gold medal match. And here comes the Dutchman in the bronze medal match. Seth Vandenberg comes in as the number 12 seed, just missed out on a medal at the Rio Olympics. And on finals day there, he burst a blood vessel in his eye and turned up looking like an extra from a horror film, but still shot really well and was so unlucky just to miss out. But he knows what it takes to win in Shanghai. He's done it twice. He did it last year in a big upset, and his first ever World Cup gold medal was on Shanghai soil back in 2014. But he's up against Im Dong-hyun, the gold medalist from Athens, from Beijing, a bronze medal in London, vast experience, World Cup medals. If this bronze medal match is won on how many World Cup medals have you got, don't even bother shooting. Im's got 22 of them, and half of those are gold. Yeah, if this match is settled by waving your CVs at each other, we know our winner. But we also know that in Shanghai here on finals day, all bets are off.
Past glories is no guarantee of future glories.
It's safe to say that Im would have been an overwhelming favourite in his semi-final against Steve Weiler. But it's Steve shooting for gold, and Im hoping to get a bronze, and hoping that Seth Vandenberg will continue to shoot eights.
I'm sure he won't. Ooh.
Well, how about that? Now, we talked about Seth's blood vessel in his eye in Rio. I'm sure the dark glasses have nothing to do with that. Why would an archer wear dark glasses?
He often wears glasses. The reason he didn't in Rio is because the matches ran so late. It was at night. It was 7 o'clock in the evening, so it's pitch black. But sometimes when you got here, you got glare off the water, glare off the buildings. Actually having sun protectors on can just make it feel more consistent, and they might have a tint that actually brings out gold. Often they go for an orangey tint, which will make the red darker and the gold sort of pops out.
Well, these two just literally mirroring each other in that first set. 8-10-9. That was like mirror images, wasn't it, that?
Whatever you can do, I can do too. The other thing with the glasses, sometimes when you have a headwind, just staring into the wind while you shoot can make your eyes water, and sometimes you get some dust in. So shooting in glasses is no bad thing. And I happen to think it looks rather good as well.
Yep, definitely.
Good for the TV.
Seth, the coolest man in the competition. Yeah, there's no rights and wrongs. It's whatever works for you, isn't it? The shades work for Seth. They've got him into a bronze medal match. But it's the number 12 seed against the number 2 seed, Im Dong-hyun, who, like absolutely everybody else when he was in his semi-final would have thought, this is easy. And he was stunned by the other Dutchman that we will be talking about at some length once we've settled this bronze medal match. So it's a 9 from Seth. Well, so far they've played copycat. Finally, the sequence is broken.
What a good shot.
And it's matched. Just got enough of that to ensure 10. Can Im double it up? No, he can't.
No.
This is shaping up to be another war of attrition. They're both shooting really consistent, solid 9s and 10s. And that's more than solid, that's spectacular.
That sends a message. Can he respond?
There's the answer.
No.
It's a solid 9, but he drops the set. So Vandenberg has his nose in front in this race to 6 with the individuals.
Ooh, he shot that through the clicker. The little silver device, you're meant to wait till that falls off the end, and on the previous shot you could see it moving around as if it had been hit. That's really odd. I'd like to watch that again, but I'm sure they're not going to play it again. It looked like something didn't quite go right.
Would that be machinery malfunction or would that be athlete malfunction?
No, it'd be athlete shooting too soon, letting go of the string at the wrong time.
Well, it's gone. It's in the past. And this fella's playing catch-up now, 3-1 down. But not shooting badly. It's consistent 9s and 10s. It was just that 1-8 that basically opened the door for Vandenberg. Now, a beautiful, rock-solid 10 last time out, but a squeaky 9.
All looks the same on the score sheet.
Yep, yep. You don't get bonus points for being close to the 10, do you?
Sadly not.
That sneaked the right side of the line. A comfortable 10 for Im. Vandenberg looking to match that. And it's another not
Scrappy.
entirely convincing 9.
Move the sight. Good idea.
Im can just seal this right here. And does. Oh, my goodness me.
Very strong. 29.
We are level. 3 apiece. Yeah, consistent. 9s are not going to win you a medal in Shanghai by the look of it. So Seth needs to find another gear if he can. Im would love to stay in the gear he's in right now.
I think he would.
Nicely balanced again. We haven't seen too many disappointing finals, have we? You know, there's nothing worse than a complete wipeout. One team, one individual just blowing away a team or an individual that's struggling. We haven't seen much of that.
No, and on paper, some of these matches could have been extremely one-sided, and it's been far from it, which is great for all of us. Although I think probably if you asked him right now, he'd like it to be quite one-sided.
Yes, it's like, yeah. Go away and take your glasses with you is probably what he's thinking of Seth right now. Seth's not going anywhere. And Seth is going to start finding some 10s at just the right time. Now, can Im continue in the zone? No, he can't. He's got a bit of the wide left 9-itis that Seth had in that last leg. Oh, hang on. Now he's drifted the wrong side. That is an expensive one. It's another wide left, though, again, isn't it? He's had a lot of those.
Yep, and whether that's him or whether the wind is prone to just buffering him over that way.
And he's punished it, Im. That's what you have to do. Your opponent gives you something, you've got to grab it. Seth's in trouble. Well, he's got himself a 9, but yeah, I think that look said it all. He's let this one slip. All he needs is 9 to claim the points, and there it is.
Job done.
That was an easy one in the end. Yeah, this is one of those matches, we've seen it twice now. You drop an 8, set's gone.
It's gone. Get ready for the next one. But there's not going to be many more left.
Well, just a share of it'll do for Im Dong-hyun, who's found some consistency. Shot beautifully in the previous set and carried that over. Admittedly with the pressure off on that last shot, as Vandenberg comes up blank in sets 3 and 4. The Vandenberg is still alive. He's still got every chance to make it interesting, but he has to win this set. Anything less, and this bronze medal match enters the history books. Yeah, again, it's a 9. It's not a 9 that makes you think, yeah, there's 10s just around the corner.
No. Okay.
Well, he's the one that's shooting without pressure. Him. All he needs to do is match his opponent.
Just out.
He really needed a 10 there.
Yep, a few millimetres could make a difference to the whole match.
If him gets a 10, the medal is his. Yeah, that'll do it. Because even if Vandenberg shoots a 10 here, the chance of him going into the red is very slim. He's not been there much in this match. So I think it's got away from him, the Dutchman, and a 9 certainly won't be enough. So, even an 8 wins the bronze. And if it's less than that, that will be stunning. Yeah, well, that's how you want to see somebody win a World Cup medal.
Excellent.
Im Dong-hyun seals the deal. 7-3, finishes strongly. Was the more consistent of the two. That wasn't a blowout either. It was fine margins.
I was about to say the Dutchman Seth, it wasn't a terrible match. He just did reasonable groups. They never were quite centralised. And maybe he can look at himself, did I take too long to move my sight to get the group in the middle? And it was just steady shooting, whereas Im sort of brought some great shooting. So,
and
you know,
consistent
live and learn.
shooting as well.
Yeah, live and learn. Beginning of the season. Starting off with the 4th isn't a disaster.
There's confirmation. Im Dong-hyun coming from behind to claim his 23rd career World Cup medal. That is quite a haul. And that goes with the Olympic medals that he's got as well.
Yeah, he's got an impressive CV. And we're not even anywhere near the end of his career.
Absolutely nowhere near. But just staying in the Korean national team is an achievement in itself. The standards so high. So Im Dong-hyun will claim bronze. So in this battle between Korea and the Netherlands, it's 1-0 to Korea, but we will reprise the Korea-Netherlands duel when we get to our gold medal match. And what a match that promises to be. On paper, Kim Woo-jin should be far too good for the unknown and unheralded Steve Weiler, but
Unranked.
Kim is not in any kind of form at all, and Weiler has stunned everybody.
I can't imagine how he must feel. You know, you've probably been ecstatic that the head coach Ron van der Hoff has selected him to come to an event and have a chance to get some experience. But I didn't think he was going to be experiencing a gold medal match. And I looked at his shooting. He's had good, steady shooting. He deserves to be there. But on your international debut to end up in a gold medal match is...
It's unheard of, isn't it?
I don't think it's ever happened in world archery history. So World Cup history, so impressive.
Well-
To do anything in this final, take any set points would be fantastic, and to win it almost feels like an impossible task. But we've had a few impossible tasks today which have become possible, so who knows?
Yes, it's gold medal time, and here's Kim Woo-jin, who has had to shrug off the disappointment of silver in the mixed team event about an hour ago. Oh, slumped away there. He's the man who brings all the class, all the experience, all the authority. The Rio gold medalist, of course, been a top archer for the last 5 or 6 years. Over 20 World Cup medals, vastly experienced, proven, battle-hardened. This man, a total unknown. Thrown in for a bit of experience, the 20-year-old Steve Weiler, his first ever senior event. What on earth is he doing here? He is not here by accident. You do not fluke your way to a gold medal match in a World Cup event. Can he take the last step of what's been an incredible journey already and take what would be probably, well, it would be the most unexpected gold in World Cup history?
Even more than Kazakhstan in the team round, and that would be the truth. It would be to just show up at a World Cup and deliver a gold. So he's not experienced, got a highly experienced coach, Ron van der Huff, former Olympic athlete himself, highly experienced, been head coach for the last 4 years. And if this is the type of athlete he's producing, what a great job he's doing.
Kim, of course, a 2-time overall World Cup winner. 2012, the year he didn't even make the Olympic team, and 2015 as well. But Kim, not in the best form right now. And this young Dutchman, I don't think he knows. He's not old enough to know that he should be completely overawed and overwhelmed. He's having fun. Well, he's not here just for a party, is he? Look at this.
That sends such a clear message.
Look at his face. I mean, it's not like he stood out in the juniors, I don't believe. Yeah, he was, picked up a silver medal. The 20-year-old. And Kim nailing an 8.
Oh,
And Weiler coming in with an emphatic 29-26 first set. Well, if he was nervous and thinking, oh, I've got no chance against Kim, he can forget that. He's won the first set by 3 points.
staggering, and looks in control, looks focused, great technique as we come to expect from the Dutch. What a strong opening.
Be completely honest with me. Did you even know this young man's name prior to Shanghai?
No, not at all. No, not in the
anybody
slightest. No, absolutely not. Until I saw press article, when I saw that he won those matches and got through, and I saw the press release, I did not know what he looked like. Because he hasn't dominated the junior scene. It's not like he's a multi junior, so sometimes you can see them moving through the ranks. This is someone who's been given a chance to step up, and he's jumped up.
Well, let's turn our attention back to Kim, who's not thrilled at nailing an 8, and he's just missed a 10 there. Yeah,
he's not hiding that, is he? That's not a cool exterior. This could be the worst day of Kim's international career.
Action, prima.
That's the wrong target. Oh, it's an X.
Look at that.
Probeer een goede ritme te komen in die beweging achter.
Another 9.
And Kim,
Vol en vlot.
2 silvers already. That shock against Kazakhstan in the team, the disappointment against Chinese Taipei in the mixed.
9.9
Is he going to have to settle for another silver here? Well, he needs a 10. He's got to have a 10 here. Can't find it. Now, well, look at that grouping as well.
Again, great group. Move your sight, or do you think you made the error yourself?
9 will give this man a 4-point lead.
That was such an aggressive shot. He's got such a strong shot there.
Can you believe that score that you're looking at right now?
No.
He's 4-0 up.
He's got 3 more arrows, and he can win the first World Cup he's ever attended 6-0. That would be... But look at Ron there, the coach. He's looking nice and laid back. He's leaning against the scope. Inside, he's going to be going, we can do this, we can do this. But he's keeping it nice and calm.
Well,
nice and laid back. That's the job.
Well, when you've got an athlete that's this good and this cool, the worst thing you can do as a coach is throw a bit of pressure on him. Just say, go out there, have fun. He's having fun. He's loving it. He's hating it.
Yeah, he's not. He's not a happy bunny.
I mean, there are plenty of athletes who, if you offered them 3 silver medals, they'd say, thank you very much, I'll take that.
Of course.
Kim will throw him in the bin. Metaphorically, of course, not literally. But that's what he's staring at. Now, he's got to start finding 10s and fast. And he's peppering that 9 around the left. They've all dropped there, within a couple of centimetres of each other.
Oh, that's a wobble that was. You could see he just get hit by the wind there.
Still manages to nail a 9. All he's got to do is match Kim. He gets 2 shares. He wins.
Indeed.
Kim finally nails an inside 10 as well. And for the first time in this final, a bit of pressure on Steve Weiler. Let's see what he responds with. And there. Now.
Oh.
First signs of the young man potentially cracking. Set 3 is going to go to Kim.
Just dawned on him that he could be a World Cup winner. There we go. Hopefully he can shake it off. If he can finish his set on a strong arrow, then I'm sure he can forget about it and move on. But 2 tough shots. Okay, excellent.
Yep, finishing with a 10. But Kim is back in it. And look at the scoring. Weiler has gone 29, 28, 26. Kim, 26, 27, 28. One's on an upswing, one's on a downward curve. So he may be ahead. He may be the story of the competition, but this fella is stalking him now.
It's amazing how it can feel when you're just 3 arrows away. Just 3 arrows, but those 3 arrows can be the most difficult obstacle to overcome.
It's like match point in tennis, isn't it? That
Quite.
last point.
Yep.
Well, Weiler is still in front, but Kim seems to have the radar finely tuned now. And wouldn't he love to just send the message with a 10 here with his first arrow? And he's got it as well.
Solid.
It's amazing how quickly this final has turned around. Now, can Weiler match it? I mean, he's certainly not down on his knees and out. Far from it. Oh, that's snatched. But he's still got away with it.
He's got such a strong, aggressive shot. It's great.
That's twice he's had that shot, and both times it's been a 10.
Yep.
Oh, no, the other one was a 9. It was a 9. That's just missed.
It is.
But it's still a good, strong 9. He knows how close that was to 10, and that would have made a difference. Now, can Weiler find a 10 here? Oh! We are 1 arrow away from one of the great stories in world archery.
Kim needs to send a message.
He's missed.
Doesn't.
He's missed.
Wow.
Steve Weiler, the unheard of 20-year-old, needs 9 for gold.
Come on.
He's nailed it.
It.
Absolutely
Phenomenal.
brilliant. Look at that. You didn't hear about him in the build-up. Of course, they threw him in for experience, but everybody in World Archery will know the name of Steve Weiler. The 20-year-old Dutchman has come from nowhere to go top of the podium in a World Cup event.
Absolutely unbelievable. But what a performance. Yes, he had a little blip in there. He's allowed to have a little blip, but he followed that up with such a strong end. And the best story of the day, Korea. What a difficult World Cup for them.
A very disappointing World Cup for them, but not disappointing for this. I don't think he won a gold medal as a junior in his first senior event.
I don't believe
he's come and he's scooped the pot.
Unbelievable. I wonder what he can do for the rest of the season now. It just opens up so many opportunities.
Well,
Ron can't believe it. You look at the coach.
Yeah.
I bet you he just cannot believe his luck that he's got another World Cup winning athlete.
And let's just remind ourselves, he didn't sneak through against lucky winners or anything like that.
Not at all. He has earned this medal.
Yeah, he beat Im Dong-hyun in the semi-final, and now he's taken down Kim Woo-jin. And as you say, with a wobble, a lot of athletes, particularly young, inexperienced athletes, they would have fallen apart. He didn't. He regrouped brilliantly. That, would you say, is a potential future superstar in this business?
Phenomenal. You got to think he's just come out here and delivered that. I'm sort of pleased that he had a wobbly set, because then it sort of shows that he can get on the back foot and turn it around and deliver.
Well, we've had two seismic shocks here. Kazakhstan winning team gold, and now the unranked 20-year-old Steve Weiler capping what's been an extraordinary week in Shanghai with individual men's gold. So many stories, a lot for Korea to think about. Is this a message that their dominance of world archery is under threat? It's not been a great week for them. It's been a terrific week for Kazakhstan, a terrific week for young Steve Weiler, and a terrific week for world archery overall. We've loved watching it. We've really enjoyed it. From Mike Peart and myself, Nick Halling, thanks for watching us on Olympic Channel, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.